Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I'll wait around for a second or two, see who all comes in. Hope everybody's been doing good. I've been a no-show for a while. Welcome in, welcome in. If y'all hadn't liked and subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it, please, if you liked and subscribed. Hope everyone's doing all right, all right, all right. Get a few people in here so we can see what's going on tonight. See if everybody's having a good evening. Got a couple in the bushes. That's okay. Y'all hit the like button. Got a couple in the bushes. Oh. Hello, hello, hello out there in the bushes. It's the big mystery. Oh, one dropped out. They don't like it when you know how many's in the bushes. What is this live gonna be about? What are we going to talk about tonight? Well, let's just wait and see if anybody comes in. We might not be talking about anybody. Might not be talking about anybody. Might not be talking about nothing at all. Hope everybody's been doing good the last week or so. I know I hadn't done a live in a while. I kept setting lives up. I thought I had deleted those last two, but apparently you can delete them off StreamYard, but I don't know how to get them off YouTube. So this was not a test. This was the real deal tonight. Hey, number one monster, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Anybody new coming in, hit that subscribe and like button, please. I appreciate it, I appreciate it. Hope you're doing good tonight. We're just waiting to see if we get anybody in here. Oh, got a few nosy ones. Got a few nosy fellas up in here. I heard a few people was wondering, where's Suzette been? Where's Suzette been? Suzette had a little opportunity for a little vacay, so she took one. It was quite nice. Enjoyed myself. Was glad to tune everything out for a week or so. It was a nice little break, but I'm glad to be back. It might take a few minutes for everybody to get in here. If anybody comes in here at all, because I had set up a couple of lives that I wasn't able to do, and that might have threw my regulars and my mods off. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, I hope we get some people in here. If not, I don't want to be talking to just dead air here. Number one, I hope your week has went all right. I hope it's been going good. I had a few things I was going to go over in my other lives. I had Duke set up for one of them. He wasn't able. Hey, bye, Felicia. It's going better, thank you. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Number one. Bye, Felicia. What you been having going on? Anything going on with you? Thought we'd have a little chit chat tonight. If I could get a few people in here, just waiting on some of them to come in so we could have us a little chit chat about a few things. Thought I'd let everybody know where things are standing and a little bit about my channel. Anyway, so I guess I can get started on a few things. Number one, bye Felicia, you're the only mod I have in here right now. So if you don't mind, I don't want any negative comments in here whatsoever. You can just go ahead and time people out right off the rip. Um, I don't want any trolls in here. Um, Now if somebody comes in and they have a question or a comment that is not derogatory, that's fine. We'll take it, but we're not going to have any negative energy up in here. So that's the one thing. But the first thing I'd like to talk about is my business is my business. My personal business, that's not people's business. Um my animals are not your business. My animals are taken care of. My animals are loved. My animals are spoiled. So my animals are none of your business. My personal life is none of your business. What I do for a living is none of your business. So if you're in the bushes watching, just know that that's none of your business. None of that is any of your business. Hey, taco salad sandwich, I'm glad to see you in here. No, just running their head a little bit, the things that don't concern them. Now, I have chose to make my stand a personal stand, and as far as all of the mama bear situation, that will not be brought to my channel. That will not be talked about on my channel. We will not be playing recordings and stuff like that of anything to do with that situation on this channel whatsoever. Now, I know people thought that I was going to try to get in a pissing contest with them over it. that I was going to try to play some content and all the things. No, I'm not. My relationship and Mama Bear's relationship is a private relationship offline. Um, and her family business is not any of my business. So I will not be discussing it. They really need new content and good decisions about that. Yes. Yes, they do need some new content. But I'm not going to give them anything on this channel to make content about because it's not going to be talked about on my channel. I'm not giving them that content on my channel. Could I? Of course I could. I could go back and forth with them all day long on just that alone. Am I going to drag that situation any worse than what it's already been dragged? Absolutely, I will not. So if you're in my bushes watching, thinking that it's going to be something like that, you're wasting your time because it's not going to be. We're not going to be doing that over here. Should we submit some people to my strike? Yes. Yes, we should. Absolutely should. I'm scared to watch that show. I'm scared some of their strange addictions might make me sick. I've heard some of that stuff. I'm like, I ain't watching that. Hey, Lady Horror, how are you? Oh, thank you, Lady R. I appreciate that. Anyways, yes, I had took a little vacay and it was a little unexpected vacay. So while I just chose not to make any lives and the ones that I did set up thinking that I was gonna get to do, I thought I had deleted them, which I did delete. I did delete them out of StreamYard, but it didn't delete them off YouTube. I was like, these people are gonna think that I'm just setting up these lives and then not and then just leaving them hanging. I really didn't try to. I deleted them out of StreamYard. I don't know why they were still showing up on YouTube that I had those last two lives set up because I really did try to delete them. So that was the name of my live tonight. This is not a test. I will actually be going live tonight. But they're doing a little remodeling at my store, so I have been off for over a week before I went back to work Saturday. So I just took some time completely off. YouTube does that crap all the time. You gotta click it in StreamYard before you delete it. I That's why I thought I did go to StreamYard to do it, Lady R. In StreamYard. I don't know. I I don't have my computer. I've just been trying to do everything. It gives you an option that says remove from YouTube as well, but and it probably does on the computer, but see, I was trying to do it from my phone because my computer had been acting so ugly. I hadn't even opened that up, and I was just sitting here thinking today. I said, I bet there was an option on the computer that it didn't give me on the phone to go in there and delete it off of YouTube. So that was probably um what had happened. See, what had happened was, yeah, different options on the phone. See there, what had happened was I didn't open my computer. Well, daggum. Well, next time I'll know. Even though the sound bites on my computer, I mean, I can still do things on the computer, with my YouTube channel and stuff. I knew that. I knew better. I knew I should have opened that computer. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, and I know who it is, so it's fine. Thank you. Hey, Jennifer Love, how you doing, hon? How's everybody been doing this week? So what's been going on? What has been going on? How's everybody been doing? I miss going live, and I've been watching these videos about a case from a year ago in Mexico where the cartel had an execution camp in Jalisco, Mexico. Crazy stuff. Oh wow! Something popped up on my TV the other day, and it took me back to Jonestown. You know, remember that in South America where Jim Jones, drank where 900 and something people died in that cult. And so that was crazy because I used to I was really big into watching that and back in the day and the Davidian Ranch Davidian. I was always thought with the Ranch Davidian, I always thought if they needed to serve that search that to serve him with a warrant, they could have waited for him to leave the compound before they caused all that ruckus. But that was just my final opinion on everything. I just thought that could have been handled a little bit differently, but I guess they wanted to go when it came down to it, it was the guns that was getting them in trouble. Yeah, I seen something about that. Number one monster. Um, they arrested him, didn't they? Right there in court, they're holding him over for criminal. Didn't they charge him with murder? Matamorisa? No, I exposed the Kilroy who went missing. Mark Kilroy. No, I'll have to look into that one, Lady O. I hadn't seen. Yes, the rest of them do need arrested. Yes, they do. I thought I seen where which I knew, and then Anaya Blanchard's alleged killer is in on trial this week too. Oh, I got his name wrote down somewhere because if I don't look it up, I'll butcher that name. Anaya Blanchard was a 19-year-old who got kidnapped from a convenience store. They made in Alabama, they made a law about Anaya. It's called Anaya's Law, to where the judge can make the decision that you do not have to grant people that have been arrested for a violent crime. They do not have to get bail. You do not have to set bail. She said, yes, you do, because a female college student from Texas was recruiting and kidnapping people for him. Oh, really? I will have to let me get back and screenshot that so I'll know. Let me get a screenshot of it. All right, there we go. So I can go back and look that up. But yeah, so I'm screenshotting that too. Okay, got it. So I can go look all that up. So Abraham Yassid, if I'm pronouncing that right, is he's on trial for Anaya Blanchard's murder. It took place back in what year was it? 2019. So it's taken 6.5 years to get him on trial, but he was already out on bail for kidnapping, attempted robbery, and I believe rape at the time. So he was already, hey, Faded Jeans, how are you? So he was already out on bond whenever he allegedly kidnapped, raped, and killed her, and he's on trial for it. So, like I said, they made a whole law about this too. And then I seen where I can't think of the guy's name, and y'all probably know who I'm talking about. Uh, was it the was it Kentucky, Arkansas? Where is it at? Y'all help me out. It's where the guy unalived the 62-year-old man that had kidnapped his teenage daughter, and he'd done it one time before. So the guy uh hunted him down, and then he took the 62-year-old predator out and that had kidnapped his daughter, and he's waiting on trial. But in the meantime, he run for sheriff, and he won sheriff of the town. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So he hasn't even went to trial yet. Yeah, he ran for sheriff and he won. Well, so now he's sheriff, and hey, holla girl. So he's sheriff and he's still waiting on trial. He's still waiting to go to trial for, I can't believe that they were even indicted him on it, but they did indict him on it. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see what this says here. Let's see. There was another I was looking at. Oh, yeah, the little update on the little girl that I had reported missing, the little 2-year-old Genesis Reed out of here in Enterprise, Alabama. Well, not here, but it's close to me. In Enterprise, Alabama. They had arrested her mom and for lying to the police and different things like that, and they had her under $1 million bond, and they held her there, but she's still there. But anyways, I think they finally got a confession out of her that she had unalived her on Christmas Day, and she had rolled her out to the dumpster, and so the the law enforcement was saying that they have to there's a process in where you track down where that garbage on that certain day went and like what area it could possibly be in. Anyways, they said it could take up to 10 weeks to go through the area of that um where that garbage was dumped at the landfill. So she had put her in a rollaway luggage, I believe. Yes, now for life. It was awful. So that's another, it reminded me of Quentin Simon, what Leilani had done to little Quentin. So you remember how long they was out there, and they said this could take up to 10 weeks, but could take longer if um, but with her, I feel like it'll be a better chance of finding her because she was in a tote, not a tote, but like a piece of luggage, so maybe that will be easier for them to identify the luggage, while they're out there digging and trying to find the evidence that they need. But on the day she would have turned 3 years old on the day that they broke that news. It was horrible. Oh yeah, I know it, Lady R. All these cases in like that. So there was so that was the update on that case, and I said that I was gonna come back and do the update on it as soon as I had heard, but I was on my little sabbatical from YouTube, so there seemed like there was something in Summer's case I was gonna mention too, but I don't have it wrote down, so I don't remember what I was going to talk about with this with Summer's case. Oh, did y'all see where White Boy put out a video today talking about how the oldest boy is going to be 18 pretty soon, and that he pretty much knows that there's YouTubers that's already like trying to reach out to him to get him to go on YouTube and stuff like that. Hey, H. Davis. Well, but doing good. Me, me too, Lady Orr. So, anyways, I just think that it would be trash of any YouTuber that would let that 18-year-old. I know that they put that out on Facebook last year, how he was looking for, a home and different things like that. And I'm hoping that he found a good home. I'm hoping that, that good home and with some good guidance that for one, that he wouldn't return to Ben Hill, and two, that he would they could protect him and guide him to stay off YouTube and avoid, going on YouTube channels and different things like that. But if and this is just my opinion, if he ages out of foster care, y'all, like he's gonna go back to, Don and Candace. Where else would he go? I feel exactly that way too, Lady R. It's someone there that, in that area. Oh yeah, there'll be some. No one can make $1 off that child. It's to tell them not to come here. It's getting it's going to tell them not to come here. Exactly. They will exploit him no matter what. Yeah, they will. They absolutely will. Oh, I can think of a few right off the top of my head. And it's not even the ones you know, that I stay in constant battles with that come to the top of my head that would do it. That's, the ones I'm thinking of are, well, hey there, act right. Better late than never, girl. That's what I'm thinking too, Lady. Ought to be some of the bigger creators that try to do that mess. Well, he was 17 when he made that video last year, and I think, uh, White Boy I know, I think, still talks to Don, so with him saying that he's gonna be 18 pretty soon, it's probably coming up. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have a month in mind that is his birthday, but I don't wanna say it because God knows I don't want people starting to sniff around that time, but, so anyways, I just hope that, but like I said, if he ages out and he's still in foster care, he'll go right back to Ben Hill. Act right. Have you still got the grandbaby? If not, I'll drop a link if you want to come up. I'm just talking a little bit about the video that White Boy had put out earlier about the oldest Wells boy. No, they will help him get an apartment and stuff if he works with them. Oh, okay, yeah, right. I was thinking that too, Lady R. I was thinking they don't even have a control over their addictions. So how are they going to be, an example on telling him, no, you can't, do this or uh, it just, you know, they'll just let him do what he wants, I feel like. I feel like that too, Lady R. Unless, unless foster care is working really good with him, and pray hard that, they will help him. Uh, Hopefully he's finishing school up and hopefully he's, like Act Right was saying, they'll work with him to help him, get on his feet and stuff like that. But that takes a little bit of effort when it would just probably, hey Taylor, hey Stitching and Bitching, how you doing, hun? Um, it would just be easier just to go right back to 110. He will have to stay clean, they will monitor. Yeah, Lady R, it's sad, isn't it? I can't read my chat if I'm doing that. That's so sad. Man for life. So, like I said, we can just hope and pray that he works with the system, and let them help him make some good life choices instead of going back up there. But like I said, and but I mean, and that's the only parents he's ever known. And I mean, like you said, he's the oldest. He was the one subject to the most. And I mean, I'm sure, and it don't matter who your mom and dad is, you miss them. It's just a sad situation all the way around. For all we know, he might really want to go back home. But it won't be a good thing at all. If he chooses to stay in the program until 20, yeah, I really hope that he's got some, like I said, got some people that's really helping him with some decisions, the right decisions. And I feel like maybe I'm hoping they are especially with it being such a high profile case and those kids being so high profile. I really hope that, people are really paying attention and taking extra care as far as, not that all those kids don't deserve it. Every kid deserves it. But I'm just saying, with this being the high profile case that it is. I know sometimes I feel so bad when we just talk about, one certain child, or, just one or two, instead of all of them deserve the best that life has to offer. And I went back and looked at the SS shots of her tattoo. He will be 17. So he's just going to be 17 this September. Well, Dawn didn't even know Summer's birthday, so are we even sure that she's got the right date on her tattoo? I mean, I'm just asking for those in the back. And Nana for Life, you're probably right, because like I said, you were pretty close to him and stuff. So if you're thinking that's right, that's good. That also gives him another year to hopefully, if he hasn't found his forever home, to find one. That's what I'm hoping. His is right before Candace's, before Candace. Oh, his is right per Candace. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, because I could have swore when he made that video that they said he was 17 at the time of that video. And would that video come out, what, about 6 months ago? But I was going by what White Boy had put out today on his video. But what does Ernie always say? Check it twice. Oh, Ernest. Wonder how Ernest is making out these days, y'all. I don't know if she has her own tattooed or not. I'm not a big tattoo person, as y'all know, so I don't have any tattoos, but I know most people that have tattoos, they're all sentimental and they mean something. The average person, anyways, that gets them. So, what else has been going on in true crime? Anything? See, we covered Anaya, we covered Stacy. and the whole bunch of them need to be arrested. Uh, up, that was the update on little Genesis. Little Genesis update. I'm not terrified of the needle part. I'm scared of getting like something getting infected. That's what I have a fear of. Not the needle, so much the needle itself, but like what if that thing gets infected and whatever wherever I get it at rots off. I get it on my foot's gonna rot off, or I get it on my arm or my hand or something, it's gonna rot off. I don't that's what I'm scared of. Infections. I'm weird like that. They might be, but see, I can't convince my mind of that, my head. Now I might know that like intellectually, but I just can't get my mind wrapped around it. They say that hospitals are supposed to be good too, Lady Orr, you get staph infections from the hospital too. Yeah, but Lady Orr, we know you like tattoos from what you done told us you got tattoos from a cool Mexican dude at 1 a.m. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that we're crybabies. We just have big hearts when it comes to stuff like that. That's all. I bet you gave him a good tip too. I bet you tipped him good, didn't you, girl? Him staying open after hours like that to give you that tattoo and all. I got a nephew that does tattoos and I ain't letting him touch me either. I don't trust nobody to give me a tattoo. Mine did too, Holliger. I just tell them no. Just say no. That's what I do. They say they gonna get their matching ones, and I'm like, well, y'all can go ahead as sisters and do that. I don't have to be a part of that. So that can just be a sister thing. I don't have to be no part of that. Just let them go on. And my first tattoo I got in the living room when I was 18. It's been covered since. Once you start getting them, it gets to where you want more and more. I try to keep it manageable, maybe one every 3 years. Good night, number one. Thank you for coming. My cover tattoo was worse than the one I ever had. Ouch. Ooh. Well, they ain't got to worry about me 'cause I ain't never getting one. So there's that. I lived this long with that one. I can live the rest of my life with that one. I'll be just fine. Fine and dandy. What about this bipolar weather we're having in the South, y'all? It was almost 80 degrees yesterday, and now just a little bit north of me, it was snowing today. Snowing. I'm like, what is going on? Oh, hello, girl. What? Oh, I bet that is pretty, Lady R. But yeah, so the weather did a complete 180 on us. This, I'm telling you, it's been so bipolar. That's been crazy. Holler, did y'all get any more snow? Oh, Lord, an inch. We didn't get any here, but there was some just north of us. I was surprised. Yeah, that's what Atright said. It snowed there today. I bet you Holler got some snow too. Yep, I knew it. I knew you did, Holler girl. That's okay. It was probably just a little bit this time. It wasn't nothing like that crazy weather y'all just got. It didn't stick, but it snowed good big flakes for about 2 hours. Well, I know you didn't care that it didn't stick. You probably ready for summertime. Holler girl, that video you did of you and Lady R, that virtual vacation video you did, that was so good. It was I wish I was talented and can learn how to do that. It was good. Oh Lord, that is cold for Texas, isn't it, Lady R? 43, no way. Well, it's cold here, but it's supposed to get in the 30s here tonight. It's always that little cold snap right before Easter, though, most of the time. I know, I love that video too, Lady R. I can barely hit a live button, much less learn how to make those videos. Well, guys, we've been here on here for almost an hour. I just wanted to let you know that I was back off my vacation. I'll be going live more now. We're gonna talk about some cults And I'm gonna look up that Lady R sent me too. We might talk about that next because I've been going back and looking over some of that Jim Johnson stuff and the the Davidian Camp Davidian. And that was in Texas too, Lady R. That's a Texas case right there. So, anyways, we'll get into some cults. We'll start talking about some cults and stuff. Anytime y'all have any suggestions that y'all want to make, just drop them in chat. Let me know. I'll research them and then we'll talk about them. Let me get that one down too, Steve. Put that one. I'll screenshot that one too, Lady R. Oh, that's the same one you had told me about earlier. Anyways, I got them all screenshotted so I can research them and we'll talk about them. Oh, yay. I'm glad that got your attention there, Hollow Girl, then. We'll definitely do those then. All right, guys. Well, I've been up here almost an hour. And I'll research that one with Mark Kilroy, Rancho Santa Elena Ritual. I'll look that one up. Anyways, guys, y'all have a good evening, and I'll set us up another live. And it might not be early this week because of my work schedule. If I do any this week, they'll have to be early, so I don't know. Y'all just be on the lookout. Just turn your notifications on. Hit the like, subscribe, and notifications, please. I love y'all. Good night.